Albert Camus The Stranger, published in 1942, is not just a story about a senseless murder on a beach in Algiers. It is a philosophical fault line. In this video, we will explore four dimensions of this novel. Who Camus was as an author, the historical and political context in which he wrote, the novel's unique textual structure and style, and finally, how readers across decades have responded to the strange, unsettling figure of Meursault. Albert Camus was born in 1913 in colonial Algeria, of a French territory in North Africa. His father died in World War I when Camus was less than a year old. He grew up in poverty with his deaf mother in a working-class neighborhood of Algiers. Despite this hardship, Camus was excellent in school, eventually moving to Paris to become a journalist, essayist, and playwright. During World War II, Camus joined the French resistance against the Nazi occupation, editing the underground newspaper Combat. In 1957, he won the Nobel Prize in Literature, but he always remained an outsider, never fully accepted by Parisian intellectuals because of his Algerian roots. Camus famously rejected the label philosopher, yet The Stranger introduced his most famous philosophical idea, the absurd. The absurd is the clash between our human need for meaning, purpose, and order, and the universe complete silence, indifference. Meursault, the protagonist, lives this absurdity not by thinking about it, but by feeling it in his body through sun, heat, sleep, and physical sensation. The Stranger was published in 1942, right in the middle of World War II. France was occupied by Nazi Germany. Censorship was everywhere. On the surface, the novel is not about war at all, but its atmosphere of alienation, meaninglessness, and the breakdown of the traditional value echoes the wartime mood. However, the novel's real setting is not metropolitan France, but French Algeria. At the time, Algeria was not a colony in the usual sense. It was legally considered part of France. Nearly 1 million Europeans and Pierce Noirs live in alongside millions of native Algerians, mostly Muslims, Arabs, and Berbers. Meursault is a pioneer. He lives in a world of casual racism and colonial blindness. The Arab he killed has no name. He's simply the Arab. Critics have long pointed out that Camus, despite his later opposition of the worst excesses of French colonialism, never fully addressed the political implication of their erasure. The novel's silence about the victim is, in itself, a political statement, one that many modern readers find deeply troubling. One of the most striking things about The Stranger is its style. The novel is written in short, flat, declarative sentences, almost like a child composition. There are no elaborate metaphors, no deep physiological analysis. Meursault simply reports what he sees, hears, and feels. Listen to the opening line. Mother died today, or maybe yesterday. I can be sure. This is not grief, it's detachment. Meursault does not perform the emotional society expects. When his girlfriend Marie asks if he loves her, he says, I said that sort of question had no meaning, really, but I suppose I didn't. This style is the philosophy, the form is the context. Meursault does not explain the absurd, he embodies it. He lives in the presented moment, responding to physical stimuli. Heat, hunger, sleep, the taste of coffee, the feel of water. The past and the future barely exist for him. This is why, after killing the Arab, he cannot give magistrate a logical motive. He can only say it was the sun. The murder itself is one of the mostly famously unmotivated killings in literature. Meursault, Raymond, and Masson encountered two Arab men on the beach, one of whom is the brother of Raymond, Mistress. There is a fight. Raymond is cut by a knife. Later, Meursault returns to the beach alone. He finds the same Arab lying by a rock. The sun is blazing. Meursault takes a step forward. The Arab draws his knife, and then Meursault fires. He pauses, then fires 4 more times into the unmoving body. During his trial, the prosecutors demand a motive. Meursault tries to explain. It was because of the sun. People laugh. But Camus is deadly serious. The sun, the same blinding, oppressive sun that beamed down on him at his mother's funeral, returns at the moment of the murder. Heat overrides reason. Physical sensation annihilates moral choice. What Camus is challenging here is the very foundation of the legal system. The idea that human actions are always rational, motivated, and therefore subject to judgment. Meursault's crime is absurd, and so is the court's desperate attempt to make it mean something. How have readers responded to The Stranger? The answer is with deep division. Some readers find Meursault terrifying as sociopath who feels no remorse, no love, no connection. They side with the prosecutors at the trial, who calls him an inhuman monster. Other readers, however, find Meursault strangely liberating. In a world that demands constant performance of emotional sympathy cards, tears at funerals, love declaration, Meursault refuses to lie. He is brutally, almost childishly honest. In French prison, inmates have reported that they related to Meursault, not because they are killers, but because they understand isolation and the slow passage of time. In universities, students argue passionately, is Meursault a hero of authenticity or a warning against emotional numbness? The novel forces every reader to ask themselves, what would I have done? And more comfortably, do I really believe my own answer? The Stranger does not offer easy answer. It offers a mirror. In the final pages, alone, himself waiting for execution, Meursault finally accepts the universe's indifference, not with despair, but with peace. I too felt ready to start a life all over again, he says. Camus reminds us of something uncomfortable but strangely feeling it. Even without God, without ultimate meaning, without a rational explanation for every act, life is still worth living, not despite of the absurd, but within it. Thank you for watching.
That one would generally have very intense feelings about. So while society may rightfully judge him as an emotionless sociopath, his actions and emotions, or lack thereof, can be explained by the sad meaninglessness of life. His mother's life had no meaning, the life of the man he killed had no meaning, and obviously his own life has no meaning. The philosophy of absurdism can be summarized into a simple and salient question. If life has no meaning, why do we continue to live it? Interestingly, one of Camus' biggest criticisms of Christianity is the belief in heaven or an afterlife, and that this renders our life on earth void of meaning and ultimately useless. If the afterlife is the only place where Christians believe they will experience true purpose and happiness, what is the value in this life? For non-religious people, or people who don't believe in an afterlife, the purpose of existence is even more morbid, because there's no finish line that we're working towards. In the case of the novel, death seems to carry as much weight to Meursault as life, which is none at all. Perhaps Meursault sees something that society refuses to see, although nihilism and absurdism is not an excuse for murder. The Stranger ends with the narrator coming to this conclusion, if I may quote from SparkNotes. Just as he is indifferent to much of the universe, so is the universe indifferent to him. Like all people,